What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Super early in the morning. I mean, not as early as this guy, but early for me, right? Damn, I hope you guys enjoyed the previous video, the trip that we did here to come out to Moreno Valley. And I didn't really talk too much in that video. It was more so just the trip itself. And then today's video, thank you guys for tuning in. We're pretty much just gonna get into some fun today, man. We got a lot on the list, a lot of things to do. But first and foremost, early here in the morning, man, we're linked up here with Gus from Automotive Anatomy. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys already know what it is, bro. Today, you know what I'm saying? We got the Sedan out, and we're about to go do a little.
Looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a pleasure. I get to experience it.
Yeah. You remember the wagon days?
That was scary. When
that video came out. I can guarantee you, man, this car drives a lot better than that one. No more jerky, no more weird shit. This car right here, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're gonna get into it. You'll see what I'm talking about. But if you guys haven't checked out Gus from Automotive Anatomy, man, he did an interview on my wagon a couple of years ago, man. Time flies, huh?
It's been a bit. It's been a minute. That was the first time I actually met you, so that's been a long time. And after that, we met like one more time here, but my SD car.
And he drove up to the bay where I'm at, and that's like what, a couple hours, 6-7 hours maybe. Yeah. So since we are out here hanging out with Slimeball doing some car stuff today, we'll get into it a little bit later. But I drove freaking 10 hours here to SoCal. I didn't really throw too much context in the previous video, but we drove 10 hours into the night. We met up with the homie Ronald McDonald, Mario having ass, and you know, man, last night was such a vibe. You guys probably saw it towards the end of the clip. We just had a little boys night in the garage, and you know, just kind of vibing out. But man, today a lot to do. First and foremost, we're gonna go find a spot and we're gonna do this interview and get this day rolling. Hell yeah, man. Thank you for coming out.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, thank you, man. Hell yeah, it's gonna be sick today, man. You guys stay posted for the entire video, man. This car drives so much better than my wagon.
The power delivery, bro. Oh my goodness.
Smoother than the wagon?
No, come on now. Like, yes.
I remember the video. Hey,
because there's a little clip on it.
Clip it in when Gus was doing this shit in my wagon.
That was scary. that was from the dead stop though.
Yeah, that was a dead stop for sure. First gear in that car was crazy. This car, so much smoother, feels so much better.
Dude, the power delivery on this car is insane.
You see how it just.
Now you weren't punching all the way because you're trying to save tires, right?
No, I punched that motherfucker.
Did you?
Yeah. See how smooth that was?
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking you're keeping it like slow because.
Hey, when Automotive Anatomy is here, we gonna give it all the beans, baby.
I love it. It scares me, but I love it. But the thing is, you want to go for it?
Yellow light.
Oh, okay. Because the park is right after that light.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
We ain't saving no tires out here when we got the homie Gus in town, you feel me? We gonna give it all.
Am I tripping? No, the park's that way. My bad. You're good. You're still good. This guy loves sending it.
All right, guys, we just finished the interview with Gus from Automotive Anatomy. It's a nice one, man. I did get some reaction videos in car camera because I do have a GoPro stuck inside the car, and dude, his reactions, man, you guys gonna have to follow Automotive Anatomy and check out his interview when it drops. He does so many. I know he has a bunch in the queue, so I don't know when this one will drop, but it will drop soon. So make sure you guys subscribe to Automotive Anatomy right there. So right now we're about to get out of here, go grab some coffee, meet up with the boys back at the pad, and we got a lot in store for today, man. Today and tomorrow, for the most part, I think we're gonna keep this into one vlog, and we're gonna do some work. We're gonna do some work to his car right there. All right, so we're back at the pad. Just got some coffee, got some breakfast sandwiches, and I did pull this out of the car because, you know, obviously we're doing the interview with my car. I came up here I technically came down here, not up, down here, and I gave Slimeball in trade these brand new freaking what's this, Hard Race?
Yeah, Hard Race.
Hard Race. These are brand new hubs and bearings with extended studs, right? And this is actually an upgraded to 36 mil. So he's 32, 36. I figured this is the best budget way of upgrading axles. Instead of buying $500 axles, right? You get the whole shebang for about the same price. Well, technically you need to buy axles too, but I always say OEM axle is best. So like you can just get OEM axles and make it all work. That's what I have in my wagon. Sorry, my Sedan over there. It has Z3 36 mil passenger. It has A2 36 mil Type S drivers.
A lot of primer being seen through, and for 3.5 months of work with what you see being painted, minus the engine right now, because I did spray it. He ended up.
Mario is actually going to take off right now to go pick up his cousin. Not too far from here, like 10 minutes. Slimeball is actually moving the engine over here because we're going to be working on it today. The car is going to stay in the garage. We don't want it outside. And if you guys follow his channel, he's been dealing with a lot of HOA stuff. And because we're possibly doing the wheel bearing and stuff today, we don't want the car to look like it's out of commission on the driveway. Right, so he moved the engine over here because right now these guys are waiting for breakfast, and while they're waiting for breakfast, before we get started on our day with his engine, I'm actually going to set up my laptop and everything. I want to do a video right now. I'm going to edit a video for you guys, and you know, we'll get into it when we get into it, so hopefully I can get some work done real quick as well too. My guy out here respraying his long block. So if you guys haven't followed Slimeball's channel, you had the head fully rebuilt by SB, and then you installed ARP head studs, right? And the block was actually a darker gray color, so he's actually matching it now, because when you like go through hot tank and machine work on the cylinder head, it always comes out that raw aluminum color. So this was super fresh, and then the block was super dark, and he just sprayed his timing cover to get it all nice and uniform, right? So if you look over here how it's all dark, he's just matching it up right now. I'd rather have him spray the engine and all the components first, so that way when we do all the RTV work, it has a fresh RTV squeeze out. If you spray over RTV, it just kind of looks like an overspray ordeal, or people can't really tell, like, oh, you just sprayed over a used motor, you didn't even go through it, whatever, you know. But when you see a fresh RTV, that means it has been opened and resealed, obviously. So once he is done with that, the cast aluminum color always dries it really quickly, so we can just work on it like probably 10 minutes. It's a nice, really warm day out, a little breezy, not too hot. So once he finishes that up, we'll get to all the timing components right here. And I don't know if I showed you guys in yesterday's video, but he does have, those are the old ones, he does have all brand new guides right here, brand new guides, top, bottom. He has the side, I think the top one's already on the engine right here, right? So going to do all that. He's doing timing chain, tensioner. You're going to use this teal one right here, or are you going to use that silver one?
Which one? I'm going to use the silver one.
Okay, he's going to use the silver one. So he took the teal one off here. He did go get a new gasket right there, which also came with the front gasket here. And he's going to be pretty much just resealing, regasketing this long block. And I mean, for the most part, it's stock internal, right? Yep. So once we do all the timing stuff, he's going to do valve lash, because he did buy the feeler gauge, so we're going to do all that. And I'm just really talking, you know what I mean? And honestly, I'm just here to like guide him. I'm not here to give you guys a tutorial, because we've shown it many and plenty times. Kind of the same ordeal we did with Mario's car, right? The Ronald McDonald car over there. Yep. And we're just running him through, make sure he understands how to do all this and just reseal it. The goal is to put this motor in the car today, maybe. Yeah, maybe. So he has everything like I showed you guys earlier, man. You know, clutch, flywheel bolts are on here, remain seals, transmission, and really that's all it is, because everything else that attaches to the long block, you can put it in while the engine's in the car. So the goal is to do all of this, seal that up in the car. That's today's goal. And we have a pop-up meet too, forgot about that.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? So I just ran Slimeball through all the timing stuff, and everything is brand new, everything is installed, everything is on TDC as supposed to be. Now I did explain just a second ago, because we had just learned something new right now, and I'm sorry for the darkness here because GoPros can't auto adjust, but We learned something a little new today, man. Normally when I do timing on the K series, you can lock these cam gears on the end over here to the cam holders, right, on both sides. I noticed that when we did it the first time, we had to take the pin off of here and rotate this cam in order to get it to TDC. And I was like, well, that's unusual. So before we even seal this up, do the valve lash, I wanted to double check. So shout out to the homie Nomis. Called him, found out a little information, and he told me that the VTC can be loose if you took it apart. Like you can rotate it by hand. So the cam holders and the cam shafts itself came from Project Blueberry cylinder head from the old engine, and it is currently in Slimeball's cylinder head. And he actually switched out the 25 VTC for the 50 degree because this is a K20 Z3, right? So he swapped it out, and it was loose before. I guess we didn't lock it back in before doing the timing, which is why it was loose, and we had to rotate the camshaft to get it to time incorrect. So we ended up taking everything back apart and locked the VTC into place, made sure it didn't move, and then man, it's so dang dark, but we ended up locking this into place. We did the timing, everything ended up being locked into place, TDC on the cams, the sprocket down low and everything. And now before we go ahead and seal this entire thing up, we're going to do the valve lash. I've shown you guys this before. Intake side, we're going to do 8. Exhaust side, we're going to do 10. We're going to check it with a 9 and 11 to make sure we're golden. And I'm not really going to show you guys all of this because honestly, we're teaching him. So I'm doing more talking with him. You guys can go back to some of the K-Series videos and, you know, understand how I went about doing it. But we're going to just, I think, I'm not going to throw you guys on my laps. We're just going to do it. So Brian did the timing cover, and he put all the new seals and everything on there. Crane pulley and everything is on. This right here is leaving it open because he's going to be running the drain line from right here from either the was it level 7 or whatever it was, or PLM bull boost. They all have it as well too, but he's going to leave that open for the drain back when he gets it. Oil pan, we're going to do it when we get back. The goal is still to get this into the car. Once the oil pan goes on, valve cover goes on, practically you can pull it off, clutch and all that good jazz. Right now we're actually late to our own pop-up meet, so right now we're just cleaning up, and we're probably gonna hit the road here in a second. Laying frames, dude. Bro, this thing still goes hard, bro. Damn. Bro, it's been a cool ass minute, man. Hey, it was good to see you again, dude. Hell yeah. This shit is fire. First time outing with the setup, huh? I mean, not this. He's been around for a while. If you guys been on the channel for a while, I've shown this a long time ago when we used to rock and roll with weekend players. You know what I'm saying? And that's been many, many years ago. But he did redo a lot of stuff in the bay. Obviously, you guys can't really see all the chrome, but this is the first time it came out?
First time I ever bring it out in like...
How many years? How many years now? 2 years in the making?
2 years to do this.
3 years, bro. Oh my goodness, man. It's good to see it in person. It's kind of been floating around Facebook and Instagram too, man. I've been seeing it float around a lot. If you guys ever seen this car on social media, man, it's the homie Steven's car, and it's been a long ass time since I've seen him and the car. Obviously, we live in different areas here, but he also had a brown one that you still have.
Still have it, bro.
Been sitting for a cool minute still, and 10 years maybe.
10 years, bro.
Oh
I
my goodness.
haven't lost hope. One day,
I guess one day I'll build, huh? He's still bugging me. He's still bugging me to work on that car, but
we'll do it one day.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. It's nice to see you out here, man. Thank you for pulling up, dude. And man, I'm gonna have to tell Automotive Anatomy Gus to come check this thing out, man. Get it tuned though. Get it tuned though.
We got something cooking.
Yeah, definitely have something cooking, man, for sure. Hey, it was good seeing you, man. Hell yeah. We're back at the pad. I truly want to say, man, thank you guys for pulling up to the pop-up meet. I know it was super last minute. We weren't entirely sure if we were going to follow through, but you know what I'm saying? We just made it happen. You know, and I want to give a big shout out to Slimeball's brother for setting everything up, making the flyer and all that for Instagram. And for everybody who pulled up, I appreciate y'all for real. We're back at the house, and it's not too late. I mean, it's like, what, 10-ish or something like that right now?
Yeah, 10:45.
Yeah, 10:45, and we're still going to try to get this engine put into the car. So right now, currently, he is grabbing everything out of his shelves and all that so we can set up for long block coming off. We're going to be doing rear main seal, clutch, fly, trans, and then once the trans is mated, we're going to hang it inside the car, the engine bay. Uno, dos, tres. Spin nothing, can I bet that dog? Can I bet that dog? Can you spend nothing? We lost track of time a little bit here. It is currently 1:05 in the morning, and Slimeball had bought a comp clutch from the homie Little Man EG, and it was a brand new clutch, comp clutch, but no instructions whatsoever. The discs were kind of like flip-flop and mismatched, so we had to do a bunch of research to find which way the clutch disc faces, because the markings on the flywheel, it said
outwards to the trans.
Outwards.
Area.
Yeah, it was just so confusing. So we were looking up a bunch of photos and stuff online, and people instructions on installation the twin disc on the K series on YouTube and stuff, and figured out which way it was supposed to go. Threw it on, transmission went on, and right now he's just switching all the factory hardware to titanium, and then it should be pretty much ready to swing underneath the car. So once he finished putting all the hardwares on, and you know what I'm saying, I think the last one we try to get done tonight is just to hang it in the car. Yeah, so when you gotta be careful when you drop it, it's gonna go that way.
Yeah. So just
going down tonight. Tonight ain't going down. Get it on the stand jacks, and then we'll move it to the front, jack it up, remove the jack stand, and go lower.
Then we'll go straight down.
Mm-hmm.
How does that look?
Gucci. Going on the jack stand now.
Huh.
Now we can. We're good. Now we're free.
Mm-hmm.
No pressure on the jack.
Hey, that's fire.
Yeah.
Fire. About to dive in right now. Yes.
Fuck.
Damn, that one hit wonder. Damn, all that muscle, my guy.
Not even.
Anyways, guys, this is like the side of Dana you don't really see. You know what I'm saying? Got my hair out, just got out of the showers. And we're actually doing a little continuation from last night with working on Brian's engine. So I left you guys off where we got the engine in the bay. And last night, what a struggle. So anyways, we spent a cool minute, man. We closed the garage at 3 o'clock because we was already there, and I didn't want to, like, you know.
The issue we had was because we were trying to figure out on the clutch.
Yeah, so we figured out the clutch situation, threw the trans on, slid underneath, spent a cool minute trying to get this thing hung, because when Brian had this in the car the first time before the paint, when he was fabbing everything up, he only had the left and right side mount on, and then he didn't have the rear. So now that we finally got the rear on, it was fighting to align the engine in the bay with the motor mounts, because he was trying to align to the top setting right here, and the motor mount actually requires you to run on the bottom. So we were fighting because we were trying to understand why it didn't fit, whatever. And then we finally tried it to line up the bottom ones, and everything fitted in. So this morning we slept in a little bit, and Brian came out, cleaned everything. So he kind of mocked up the manifold a little bit here. And what we're going to be doing today is, the main thing really is just the wheel bearing and the hubs. So me and Brian worked out a deal for something that he had for sale, and he was telling me, you know, other conversations that he was, oh, we're gonna change the wheel bearing, this and that and this. And I remember, and I was like, I have a hard race hub bearing kit, right? So I think I've shown you guys in this previous video where I brought this up from where I was from, and I gave this to Brian in part of trade along with cash for something I picked up from him, which is also the reason why I'm here as well too. So this right here are brand new hubs. They are 36 mil, right? It comes with brand new bearings, and it comes with extended studs. So may as well knock off all the old stuff that's on his and just upgrade to 36, which is a budget big axle upgrade for his car. I'm running 36 in my car as well too. So today we're knocking all this out. So these guys just knocked out the hub, and we're not going to do this with a press this time around. You brought a tool, a specialty tool for wheel bearings, so we'll show you guys that when we unbox it. I've never used that before. Actually, I've always done it the hammer way, which is not the right way, but I do have the correct kit and press at the house that I can use now, but I don't do wheel bearings often. Brian took off to go get a tool for the snap ring because he don't have a snap ring plier, and once he gets back, these guys gonna knock it out. Yeah, so once the wheel bearings all said and done, Brian is gonna do a bunch of other things with his car, and then we'll just kind of linger around and kind of assist him with, you know, whatever else he needs done with the car. But honestly, we're really trying to push him to get a lot of stuff done. Although, you know, we can only work around with whatever he has, because, you know, intake manifold gasket doesn't have that. But, you know, water pump housing, starter, all that little things, we can try to button up as much as we can today.
This is actually the second. This is my second version of this kit.
Really?
The original one had a smaller bolt, and it stripped out.
Guys, the sun is starting to set here a little bit, and I actually just came back from another ride along. I took Brian's son to work and gave him a little bit of a ride along in the Sedan and his reaction. I think I'm gonna have to clip you guys a little bit of it, but I'm gonna save that for its own like ride along reaction video, because while we're out here, I've already done 6 ride alongs and possibly one more. But anyways, I don't know if I gave you guys an update. I think the last thing you guys saw was you guys were knocking out, what were you guys knocking out? You guys were taking out the wheel bearing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what had happened here was they knocked out the wheel bearing while we were gone, and it actually turns out that the kit that I brought, slime ball, as I mentioned, is for the EX spindle / Integra. So I did go on live stream just maybe an hour ago, and we were just kind of reaching out to everybody out here in the IE or in SoCal in general to see if anybody has any Integra spindles or EX spindles specifically, so we can continue making progress on the spindles itself while also doing some other things with the engine itself. And big shout out to EJ8 Junior. He's actually going to be coming down here from Victorville, which is quite a ways out, and he's going to deliver some Integra spindles so we can steady making some progress. So I don't want to like rant on too long, because you guys know we've done this a million times. We're just really showing you guys some of the progress update we're making on this car. That's Mario right there. He's about to take off real quick to go drop his cousin back off at the pad. And I just want to say, man, first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to EJ8 Junior on Instagram. So we went on live stream earlier to see if somebody locally has spindles. He was parting out a 95 Integra, and he said like one of the last few things he had left was the spindle, literally a bare spindle, broken studs and all. And he came through from Victorville. He came by, I don't know, maybe like an hour ago. He dropped it off, and you know, he was just chopping it up with us for a little bit, and he had to head back. So I want to give a big shout out to you for, you know, donating these for the most part. And Slimeball can now like tear these apart and get these all prepped up to press in the new bearings and the new hub with the extended studs, and then upgrade to the 36 mil. So unfortunately though, we're not going to get to it tonight because the drive for him did take a little while, which we got into the dark, and it's like what, 10:30 right now. So we didn't want to make a whole bunch of noise, bang bang, get all tired out like we did last night with the engine. And we decided we're just gonna wrap it up for tonight, because you know, at the end of the day, we've actually been here for quite a while now, and the homie Mario is going to drive up with me, but we're going to split once he goes central and I go north. But he has to get back home to family. You know, I honestly, I missed the video today. You guys might have noticed it, but I missed the video, and I kind of want to just get back in my rhythm. And Slimeball now has his engine back into the car. He's got the tools. Shout out to Matt for leaving the tools for the wheel bearing and hub, so that way Slimeball can get to this tomorrow, because he already got a good glimpse of how to use the tool earlier with the original spindles here. So he's gonna probably knock that out tomorrow along with some other things. I'm not gonna cap out this video though. What we're gonna do actually is we're gonna crash, and then me and Mario's gonna head back up like, I don't know, 2-3 early in the morning, avoid the LA's traffic, and just try to steer clear of LA traffic, get over the Vine, and then we can coast the rest of the way home. And I'm probably gonna take you guys on that adventure as well too. But as far as this video and the previous video goes, EK Sedan, Slimeball built right here this car. We've shown you guys, this is literally the main topic of today and last video. The goal here is to come out here to help Slimeball with his engine, timing, valve lash, clutch, trans, and the goal was to put this into the car, and if we could, we'll get to the spindles. We almost got there. But if you guys want to see more progress update on this EK, because now that the engine's in here, you're gonna start rocking soon, huh? Yeah. So this is starting to clear up the vision for what he's trying to do with his car, and because the engine is in place now, the biggest thing, the main thing is now back in the bay. He's going to start chipping away at all the little things, the fabs, the gaskets, all the accessories, and a radiator, and you know, all the AC stuff is going to go back in. So if you guys want to see more progress update on this car right here, this build, you guys can always follow Slimeball. You know, I'll put his link in the description below, Slimeball_built, or Slimeball built, or Slimeball built garage, whichever one that is. I'll put it in the description below. And you know, as far as right now goes, we are gonna crash so we can get a couple of hours sleep before I drive maybe 7 hours back up north, you know, with stops and stuff. So I just want to say, man, Slimeball, I appreciate you for having us here, your hospitality, a bed to sleep on, the barbecue, the vibes, the fam. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for having us out, man. You know what I'm saying?
We already got each other's back.
Yes, sir.
That's what friendships are, man.
Hell yeah. You know, I actually got to sleep comfortable. He gave me a bed, a military bed, but it's a bed.
It's boot camp. That's all you needed, bro. It's just that little trumpet going off in the middle of the morning,
at the end of the day, we had a place to stay, man. That's what made this trip definitely worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Because we were literally gonna get hotels, and you know, we weren't sure how much, like how long we were gonna stay, or how much we had to pay, and all that. And he was like, "Bro, I'll just kick my kids out the room." But at the end of the day, man, everybody slept comfortably, because you do have that spare room right here with all the beds and everything too. So as far as Slimeball content goes, this is the last clip of it. You know what I'm saying? Follow his channel if you want more progress update. We're gonna hit the sack, and we'll probably pick up with you guys on the road trip back home. This is pretty much our breakoff point. I go on the 5, he splits to 99, he's going this way, I'm going all the way home. We got 4 hours to go, so this is where we say our farewells pretty much.
Drop off hoods.
Yeah, we're making them deliveries, you know. I actually ended up packing up a second hood. So if you guys look, I have one hood right here. This one right here is this one's a carbon hood. This one is SIR fiberglass hood. And then in Mario's car, he has you have a carbon hood in here. Yeah. But anyways, he has a carbon hood right there. So he's making a delivery his way, I'm making a delivery my way, you know, that Slimeball Express. But yeah, man, had some customers out our direction, helped them save a little bit on shipping, so we are delivering some hood while we are headed home, make some cash as well too, you know. So man, you know, this is where we split off. So we're gonna hit the road and drive the rest of the way. Okay, so what I need to change my breather line. This guy right here. I need to make a couple of loops on this right here, so that way we're not like leaking out of the tank once we are full. So if you look on the floor, this is the breather tube. Leaking fuel on the floor once it's full. So when I get some time, get some new fittings, I'll build another breather tube and put some loop in it. So that way, it literally has to be like super overfilled for it to like go through the coil and then out the underneath the car. So I've been noticing after pumping full tank, it's been leaking a little bit. But we are home stretch. Guys, I literally just got back from delivering one of the two hoods we picked up from Slam Ball, since his customer was up here, and it turns out it's somebody that I know. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I've been here home now for about 6 hours. I got back here at 1 p.m. although me and Mario left at 4 from Moreno Valley. We did a lot of stopping. We got some food after the Grapevine, and if you guys know, after the Grapevine, the Highway 5 split to the 99. It goes in V direction. So after we ate, we said our farewells. Mario went this way, I went that way, and dude, I noticed this big time. I've been to LA many and plenty of times in my turbo wagon, in my KRX, and even my red CRX when I had it. And I've always had a hard time driving in LA's traffic with the twin disc, with the drivability of the car. And with this car, driving there and back home, it struck me every time I drove it through traffic that this car drove really smoothly. The drivability on this car is so freaking smooth that I was like dumbfounded. I was like, man, I'm driving a twin disc turbo K car in LA's worst traffic, and it doesn't bother me. And I'm like, damn, 3/4 ways up driving home, I literally picked up the phone and called my tuner, and I said, hey man, I just want to call you super randomly right now while I'm driving on the Bluetooth. Thank you for the tune, man. The car drove freaking beautifully. I drove it down to LA. You guys are gonna see this video after. We did 6 ride-along reaction videos. I did a bunch of pulls up and down the freeway, and it drove back home freaking incredible. I did all the math and everything already. I was averaging about 23, 24 mpg, and that's not bad, man. That's not bad for a K turbo car, 400 horsepower. And I had to call Geithing and tell him thank you, because dude, this car drives the smoothest I've ever experienced from any of my cars going to LA and back. So shout out to Geith from Red Zone. Thank you for tuning the car and really just like dialing it in for me. We literally spent hours late night getting this car to freaking drive the way it drives. So shout out to you. But anyways, I want to give a big shout out to the homie Mario for, you know, coming with me and also sticking around until we went home together, because I know he has family at home and I didn't want to hold him too long, but he was like, it's all good. We spoke and we can still be out here for a little bit and just make stuff happen. So obviously, if you guys saw this video and the last video, we went all the way down to SoCal to help the homie Slime Ball, and I kind of wanted to teach him more so in person, because he was ready to start putting his motor back together to throw it back into the car to further make progress, but I just didn't feel comfortable to do it on FaceTime. So I said, you know what, let's make a trip out of it. So we took off. The homie Mario, you guys saw in the previous video, we met up with him first, and then we caravan down to SoCal, landed in Moreno Valley, and literally just went to work. Although we didn't get a lot of work done that I thought and hoped we were gonna do, but for the most part, Slimeball learned how to do his timing chain, tensioner, valve lash, and then pretty much resealed everything, threw the clutch on, twin disc comp, and then torqued them all down, and then tossed the trans on, and then hung it into the car. So now the visual is now becoming more clearly for him, and he already told me, he was like, man, that's pure motivation right there. He's gonna, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna chop away at it. And today, like, we left and he's already in the garage back at it again, putting some work. So this trip was freaking amazing, man, and I feel like I really needed it. I feel like I'm gonna talk forever now, but I didn't expect my bearing to go in my built motor, which then kind of set me back a little bit. That was a big L that I took, and I kind of fell in that little hole, but I was clinging on, because by the time you guys see this video, we obviously pulled the engine out, put a Z1 in it, and got it all buttoned back up, got it tuned, and then we drove it down to LA. Literally like 2 days after I tuned it, went straight to LA. I'm not scared to drive my car. You know what I'm saying? When I build my stuff, I'm always building it with confidence, knowing that it will do what I need it to do. Unfortunately, sometimes you just kind of run into major roadblocks that, you know, really set you back. But the mindset, as long as you have that mindset, you know what I'm saying, you bounce back, right? So I climbed out of the hole, we made stuff happen, we made it to SoCal. But again, I didn't expect my bearing to disintegrate and disappear, right? And I ended up spending the money that I was supposed to go to Florida, supposed to go to Classic Hondas on the Dragon. I spent the money to put my car back together. And after we got it all said and done, I just needed to get away. I just couldn't afford to fly, right? Because even if I missed FL2K, the hurricane came through, I could have still made it to Classic Hondas and the Dragon, but it was just going to require me a lot of money for late flights, right? So I said, you know what, I needed to get away, and everything kind of aligned with, like, Slimeball wanted to work on his engine. Mario said he was down. It was also his kid's birthday. Happy birthday, Andy. And I was like, this is a perfect trip. So we went out there, we linked up with some friends, got some food, met up with some other friends, went to car meets, met some of you guys at the pop-up meet. That was freaking awesome. And got down with Slimeball's car. And this trip was freaking amazing, to say the least, and definitely gonna have to do it again. I don't want to yap on too long, because if you guys watch the previous video and this video, you guys know what all we did. And if you guys want more of a kind of a background of me, you guys can follow Slimeball Built on YouTube, because there's just a lot of funny clips that, you know, of us boys hanging out in the garage. And, you know, when I'm not filming, you kind of get that raw feel of me. Big pause. I don't know why that came out like that, but if you guys want to see some of the behind the scenes stuff, which his video already dropped way before this one, you guys can go and follow Slimeball Built on YouTube. Also follow him on Instagram if you guys want to get in contact with him. If you're interested in any SIR, USDM hoods for wagons, sedans, CRX, or hatches, he is the guy that we get them from. Obviously, we have one right here in the back, and we just delivered one. Mario delivered one, and he sold hundreds before that. You guys are probably wondering about the carbon one that I showed you guys at the gas station. This one right here, this was not being delivered because I am the customer. I bought this hood, and this hood is for my sedan. So we'll talk about this hood right here at a later time and why I bought it. But as far as this video goes, we're gonna wrap it up right here. I want to give a big shout out to Slimeball and his family, Crystal, the kids, the dogs, the turtle, the rabbits, for everything. This entire trip wouldn't have been possible without you guys, and definitely vibed out. Thank you guys for the room to stay. Thank you guys for all the food, and just anything that we needed while we were there. I really do miss them late nights in the garage with the boys, and hopefully we do this again soon. But if you guys enjoyed this entire video and the last one, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around to see, I think we're going to split it. If you guys want to stick around to see the ride along reaction videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.